Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a product review on this Long Ridge foam balls. Now I use foam balls for the longest time, and basically what I can tell you is that they're very good at telling you what you're doing with your ball trajectory. So if you're hooking the ball, they're going to tell you that you're hooking the ball. If you're slicing it, they're going to tell you that you're slicing it. So they're very indicative of what happens to your ball trajectory. So if you hit it straight, they're gonna go straight. So I got this from Amazon, practice balls, Long Ridge. They're foam balls, and now they're making it a little bigger, so they're about the same size as an actual golf ball. A while back, they used to have the little ones, and I did not like them. So these are gonna be really indicative of your ball trajectory. All right, so let's open the package real quick. It's just a simple pack, a 6-pack of foam balls. All right, so the feel is the same as any other foam balls. I think they're a little harder than the old ones. So one of the first things that you can do, that I normally do, is I either get one of these mats right here. This is a divot detection mat. I think it's great, especially if you practice with foam balls in the backyard. So I did a review on this one. Make sure to check it out. I grabbed 2 drill sticks, and this one right here, I aligned to my target, which is the toy house there in the back. And this is to align my feet left of that. And I'm gonna grab a 6-iron, because if you're playing with these foam balls, and if it's like the slightest wind, it's just gonna take it. So if I play like a 52, it's just gonna start moving all over the place. So I recommend you practice maybe with your longer irons first. Unless there's no wind at all, then you can practice with all your irons. So that felt really good. The divot was perfect, and that is exactly how I wanted the ball to go. So it did stay a little bit on the air, as you can see. The wind does kind of grab it, but it's not as bad, I think. So there's a lot of talk about foam balls. A lot of people say that don't practice with it. You're not gonna get good practice. It's not a real ball. There's a lot of negative feedback on foam balls. What I can say about that is that, instead of practicing your strike, maybe with a net, maybe if you do that constantly, it might not be good for you in the long run. I think it will still help you a little bit. What I'm trying to say is that, for me, the best way to use a foam ball is if you set up something like this where you practice on your alignment. I think that will be great, because you will get some immediate feedback on your line, or where you're trying to start the ball, and you can see the trajectory of the foam ball is going to be very similar to that of a real ball. So if you're going to slice it, this foam ball is going to slice as well. So if you're going to pull it, this is going to do the same thing. So I think for me, that will be a more efficient way of practicing at home, or at the park, or anywhere where you have space. I think you can get some very good feedback. So what you can do is just keep practicing until you get it to where you want it. For me, I'm trying to get the ball started right there, and I want to maybe do a little draw. So I just got to keep on practicing, and using foam balls I think is great. So I'm just gonna make sure I get that ball started right there on the drill stick. There we go. I didn't take much of a divot, just right here, but that was perfect. That's exactly where I wanted the ball to go. It just went straight through here. So what I can do is just try to repeat that and just fix what I'm working on. For me, I tend to aim my shoulders a little bit too much to the left, so I just try to replicate that again until you get it right. So try to aim my shoulders a little more to the right until I do it too much, and then I gotta go back. So feet, I think it's perfect to the left of my target. Okay, there we go. That's another nice one. It started fading a little bit, but it's exactly right there where I want it. So, and the divot is pretty good on that one. So I live on the windy area, so for me to practice with foam balls is a little difficult. I have to practice like really early in the morning or really late in the afternoon. But if you live in an area where you don't have much wind, I highly recommend it. Instead of working on your strike, because obviously it's not going to be a real ball, I will work on alignment. I think for me that is just fantastic practicing on where you want the ball to start. I mean, if you think about it, you're not really focusing so much on your strike, but you're focusing on where you want the ball to start and what the ball is doing. Is it going too much to the right or left after you strike it? So I think that's, for me, that's better than doing just a backyard net and then just hitting ball after ball. You can still feel the contact. I mean, you can feel if you got it on the sweet spot. You can feel if you make good contact or not, even with the foam balls. So I don't know why a lot of people say that there's no feedback on contact. I highly advise you to get one of these. This is great. I have it for like a couple months now. I did a review. Make sure to check it out. But here you get excellent feedback. I mean, if you hit it fat, you're gonna be like right there. Sometimes I get like divots like right here, which is not bad. The balls are pretty sturdy after a session. They're like this. Let me show you the older balls. They're very small. You can see that here. So don't get these ones that are too small. They still go pretty good, but they're starting like the trajectory is not as true as this ones right here. So make sure you get this ones right here. You can get a pack for $4.99. I think I paid for them. You may want to get a bigger pack because some of them, unfortunately, they get lost. So just a little view of my setup right here. I have my divot detection mat right there. I have one drill stick right here. This one right here, it goes straight into the toy house there, which is my target right there. And then I have this other one, second drill stick, that is supposed to go straight into the left side of the toy house right there. So you don't really need a fancy simulator. You can grab a pack of this and basically you can align your shoulders, your feet, have everything aligned perfectly, and then kind of like rule it out, you know. So if you have everything aligned perfectly, it's going to the right, then you can say it wasn't my shoulders, it wasn't my feet, then it must have been the club face. So you don't need a simulator to tell you that, or a radar. You can just do it using some foam balls, some drill sticks, and maybe even just the divot detection mat, which costs about like $20–30. And that way you can know exactly what's going on. You can see the divot, if it's going too much to the right, the left, see your patterns. So a very easy way to get some practice in your backyard, in your at the park, or anywhere where you have some space. The best way for me is this alignment right here, and maybe with some sort of mat that you can see your divot. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time.